In last video, I talked about response status code. In this video, I'll talk about middleware. Now, question is, what is middleware? If I try to provide you a simple middleware definition, then a middleware is a simply function. Within the middleware function, we have access of request and response object and our next function. We can modify this request and response object and call the next function. And that is as simple as middleware definition. Alright, first of all, we should understand request and response cycle. Let's see a scenario and try to understand middleware a little bit more. Imagine that you as a client send a request to our Express app and client is waiting for the response. Before sending response, this Express app may pass this request object through defined function and we are calling this function as middleware function. Just imagine that after getting this request object, Express app hand over this request middleware 1 function by calling next function. Then middleware 1 function do some process and then it hand over to middleware 2 function by calling next function. Then middleware 2 function process the request and again hand over to middleware 3 function by calling next function. And after that, middleware 3 function process the request and again hand over to middleware 4 function by calling next function. And finally, middleware 4 function process the request and send back response to client. So you can see that when a request is sent to Express app, then the request is being traversed through defined middleware function before sending response back to client. A middleware function can do 3 types of tasks. Number 1, it can call next function to hand over request to next middleware function. Number 2, it can directly response back to client. For example, middleware 2 directly back response to client, and that time request will not pass to middleware 3 and middleware 4. Number 3, middleware can throw an error, and that time error catching middleware can catch this error, and this error handling middleware send an error response to client, and that time also request will not pass to middleware 3 and middleware 4. And that are the middleware concept. From next video, I will start coding that we discuss in this video. There are 5 types of middleware: app level middleware, route level middleware, error handling middleware, built-in middleware, third-party middleware. Alright, that's all for this lecture. I'll see you in the next lecture.